Hey guys, so what I wanted to do was give you an update on how the chameleon is doing, and yesterday we changed up the cage somewhat. I'll show you. So we've changed it a lot. First thing we did was we took out both of the umbrella plants, which is this, and I took one and I planted it outside because we didn't need it anymore, and I trimmed up a bunch of the what's it called, stems, because it needed to be really thin for everything else to fit, and he just loves, that's where he sleeps. He's back there. He's grown a lot. I'll bring him out maybe. The next thing is we got this nice big jungle vine, and we twisted it and we made it go down, and it's attached back there. We attached it using a zip tie, which is these little white things. Another one up there. So that's how we attached it, to make sure that if he climbed on it, it wouldn't fall. And what this is a live plant. It's a Spanish moss. It doesn't look that good right now because we just put it on, but it grows off nutrients in the air, and the way it gets watered is just when I spray the chameleon, it gets wet too. So that's how it gets water. So it'll grow on its own, and it grows really quickly, especially in a lot of heat, especially with this heat lamp. It'll grow quickly and fill up the vine, and I don't know, I'll probably use it for other stuff too because it'll overgrow. Then this little plant here is also an air plant. We used a zip tie and also attached it to the vine. It'll grow on its own just by getting wet. It'll get water just like the moss, and it should grow a lot bigger. Well, not a lot, but it grows pretty slowly. It also gives a lot of flowers. This plant, you can see it's starting to grow a flower right there in the middle. That plant back there is also an air plant, which is just like the other ones, lives off nutrients in the air, and we tied it with a zip tie. That was basically a second branch coming out, but it had died, so I just pulled off all the leaves growing out that was like that, and I attached it with the zip tie, so it's just like it's just holding on to there. That one also gives flowers. What else, something new I did was I put, what's it called? A substrate. And what I used is Repti Bark, which is also known as Rectal Bark. For dogs, they use it. This plant over here, I know a bunch of people are going to ask what this plant is. It's a fake plant, but if you want to know what it was in real life, it's called a Boston fern. Over there is a piece of fake wood. It's what's it called? What's it made of? I forgot what it's made of. Not clay, something else. Not plaster. Whatever, I can't remember. There are two of them. There's one back there, two over there, and we also put some of that moss. Well, we used these basically to cover the pot because it didn't look that nice, the pot of the plant, and we also used some more moss to cover the pot. That shouldn't grow too much because there's no heat lamp over it. That's it really. I spray this guy a lot. Tomorrow I'm gonna go get some house geckos and maybe another type of lizard to put in here, because I know that chameleons eat house geckos, so they'll be good for him. And I don't know, I just know that that they can live with some other types of lizards, and the other types of lizards will just feed on the leftovers of the crickets that I put in here. Like if a cricket's foot falls off, they'll eat that. So I'll just put some really small geckos in here. That'll look pretty cool. Later I'll make a video of it. There's his head. Okay, the video camera's getting pretty shaky, but wait. Focus. There we go. He's grown a lot since the last time you guys have seen him. I wish I had one of those scales that'll let me measure in grams, but but I don't. You can see how much in color he has changed as well. These are just his average colors, like a lavender and yellow, and some red. You see the red stripes going down. So it's really nice for even a regular. He's not flaring at all. He's ready to go to sleep. When he's flaring, he has a nice crazy red and purple and orange and yellow, every color. He even gets a nice purple in him too. So that's the chameleon. Give water to them last time before he goes to bed. Make sure he gets some water too. I spray it lightly on his face and he just drinks it off there. Okay. So that's the chameleon update. I'll give you one really quick thing. So we've got Spanish moss, a jungle vine going down, a little air plant, a bigger air plant. Those two are pretty similar. They're not the same one though. We took one of the umbrella plants out and we planted it outside, and then the other one that we kept in here, we just trimmed off most of the stems. Down here we got a fake Boston fern, 2 fake pieces of wood so they don't get parasites when they get wet, rectal bark or Repti Bark, and just some more Spanish moss back there. So yeah, and then I'll make a video of the geckos when I get them and put them in here too. So bye bye.